Welcome to Yoga with Cynthia. I'm Cynthia Yalek, and both the host and the producer for this program. With me today is SD Waring, and she's a local firefighter, and together this show is for the Prevention of Suicide Month, which is coming up in September. And we'd like to dedicate this show to the special 10th annual Fairfax Walk for Suicide. So let's focus on our inner strength today. It's important to have inner strength with whatever you're doing. And in yoga, if we think of our inner strength and the synergy of all our muscles, we're going to have a wonderful flow today. So if you want to join us, grab your yoga mat. If you're not sure about your fitness level today and you want to watch the show for its content and then seek the advice of your healthcare professional, you can always view us online. So let's get started. Let's find yourself at the front of your mat. And we're going to lift our kneecaps up and allow the shoulders to drop back over our hips. And we're going to stand tall. And I want you to close your eyes just for a moment so you can anchor out of the bottoms of your feet. Lift the arches of your feet. Pull your kneecaps up and just gently roll the shoulders back. We're going to take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. And now open your arms out to the side. Allow your shoulders to fall back. Lift your chin away from your chest, extending the spine. And now we're going to round the shoulders forward, reach down for your knees. Some of you will be able to come all the way down to your toes, and just like a rag doll, we're going to hang there. But just go with your natural flexibility. You're not going to force any pose today. You're going to listen to your body. So if your body is letting go and allowing you to stretch deeper, go for that. If your body is holding back and resisting, support your body where you need to. So those of you that can't reach all the way down, you can place your hands on your shins to support your body. Now we're going to bend the knees and swing those arms up towards the ceiling as we sit back over our heels into Utkatasana or mighty pose. If this is too much on your shoulders, you can always bring those hands into prayer. So let's take those arms up. And once again, we're going to fold down into the mat. And I want you to look forward, take a big step back with your right foot. So it's this foot. Right foot goes back here, opposite, and lifting the rib cage up. We're going to lift the chest in the air and open to the right side of the room here. Open the chest and stretch those arms all the way out. So we're going to sink down into that left hip, and we're going to bring the arms out to the front. So when we first come into Warrior 3, we want to stabilize on our left leg as we lift the right heel. So some of you will just focus on the transition of moving from both legs onto just that front leg. As you feel you're able, you're going to pull through the crown of your head and lift your back leg up in the air. Hold there. You can bring your hands in prayer, or you can extend your arms straight out in front of you. Really straighten that left leg. Bring your arms right up to your ears, long and strong. Then soften your left knee, step back into your right foot, lift the rib cage in the air. If you cannot keep your arms together, open your hands wide, allowing your thumbs to move back over each shoulder. Now we're going to fold forward on the exhale and come down to Pyramid's pose. Pull back into your left hip. Draw the nose into your knee. And now keeping those legs straight without hyperextending the joints, we're going to lift our right hip up, keeping your left hand on the floor, or you can bring your left hand up on your shin. Try not to push on your knee joint because you want to lift up through the inner thigh and up into your right hip. So using the muscular strength to pull out of the mat. Open the chest and look up into your right hand. Pull through the crown of your head and keep the head in line with your left foot. We're going to soften the left knee. Take a deep breath in into Reverse Warrior. Look up in the air. Reaching up with your left arm, bringing over your shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, we're going to take that right arm down to the floor. If you can, cross it over the outside of your left foot and open the chest back, leaning back into the left shoulder, looking up into your left hand. Deep breath in, open the chest. On the exhale, we're going to bring those hands down and we're going to step the left foot back. Now in plank, some of you may have to come down to your knees and relax on the top of your feet. You're still going to be working a lot of core in this way, and I'm going to demonstrate this way first. You're going to bring that chest down, and Esti's going to show the strong way, okay? You're going to come down and you're going to hover here, Chaturanga Tadasana, and now you're going to lower the chest between your hands. Keep the hands where they are. Pick up the shoulders, lead with your collarbone, press down on the top of your thighs, start to come up, and now we're going to lift the thighs up, push down on the tops of your feet, and come up to Urdhva Mukha Savasana, upward facing dog. And now we're going to drive the navel into the spine, start to round the lower back, lift your hips in the air, and pull back into your heels, Adho Mukha Savasana. Allow the shoulders to separate. Allow your head to continue moving down between those elbows. 2 more deep breaths. Now the first time we come forward, we're going to take our left foot forward, bring it between the hands, then take your right foot forward, plant it, and come back up to Tadasana. As we continue, you have the option of jumping forward. So we'll demonstrate that as well. Let's take the arms in the air, sit back in chair, Utkatasana, mighty pose. And we're going to fold to our toes, Uttanasana. Then we're going to look forward, lift the rib cage, exhale and come back down. This time, we're going to take that left foot back, step back, hold there, slightly bend your right knee, come up into Virabhadrasana 1, lift the chest in the air. Look up here. On the exhale, lean back a little further if you can. Inhale as you open. Exhale, hold, stretching the arms out as far as you can. Start to lift that left heel, breathe. Exhale, start to pull forward. So stabilize your body with your right leg now. As you feel you're able, pull forward, lead with the crown of your head. You can bring your hands into the center of your chest. You can bring your arms forward, or you can keep your foot down like this. So your choice, wherever you feel that you need to be, lifting that right kneecap up, pulling the arms to your ears, stabilize the body here. Now slowly come on back down, open the chest in the air. Exhale, fold forward into that right leg. We're going to come down in pyramid's pose, and if you choose, you can take your right hand up that right leg to give you more chance to open fully. So looking up into your left hand here, lifting the chest up high, squaring the shoulders to the left side of your mat. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to sweep that arm down and around, come into reverse warrior. Bring the right arm over your shoulder, lift the chest high, lean back over your left leg, holding on to the back of your thigh or hamstring, reaching the fingertips down to your knees. You're going to come forward now, lift your chest up, exhale and twist. You can come down right underneath your shoulder or twist over your right leg into revolve triangle, Parvita Trikonasana. Looking up into that right hand here, hold on. Lifting the chest as much as you can to the ceiling. 2 more deep breaths as you hold. On the exhale, come back down into the mat. Step back with your right foot. Hover in plank. If you need to come to your knees, please feel free to do so. You're going to pull forward with the crown of your head. Come down Chaturanga Tadasana. Hover there. And then come through center. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. And on the exhale, Adho Mukha Savasana. Pull back and stretch that spine. Now this time, if you want to try a jump, you're going to lift those hips up in the air and gently jump to the front of your mat. Come back up, Samastahiti. Now we're going to bring those arms up in the air in Tadasana. And this time we're going to lift that right knee up to the chest. Bring it up. And now we're going to cradle that leg. So hold it up in the air and just focus on your balance here. Lifting that left kneecap up. You can look at the floor if that helps your balance. You can grab that big toe and just extend it out. See if you can twist with this. Pushing out with your right foot and twisting to the right side of your mat. Step back with your right foot, and we're going to return to that reverse warrior. Lifting the chest up high, and this time slide your left leg a little further forward on the mat because we're going to take that right hand and wrap it over your left hip. Now you're going to reach out with your left arm. Reach out as far as you can. Bring that left arm down and start to lift that right leg up into half moon. Turn to the right side of the room and reach up if you can, lifting your chest and lifting your hip. And once again, we're going to step way back. So right hand comes down. Step way back with your right foot. Revolved, extended angle. Turn to the left and bring your left arm over your shoulder. Reaching forward now, lifting your chest in the air. Good. Now bring that left elbow down. And we're in lizard. So we're going to drop down into lizard. Sink down close to the mat. And if you want to try the balance pose in lizard, you're going to bring that left arm underneath your thigh and the right hand under your hip. And you can just float over your mat here and push up. And now step back with your left foot. Hover the mat here. Come down slowly into Chaturanga Dandasana. Pull forward. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Pull back, Adho Mukha Savasana. And step or jump to the front of your mat. Are we building body heat? Are we using our inner strength? Let's bring those arms up. Traction the spine. Exhale, come all the way down. Uttanasana. Look forward, lift your chest up. Exhale, come down. Now slowly bend your knees and come all the way back up and bring your hands into prayer. Lift that left knee up and you're going to come up off your left foot. If you can, cradle that left leg. Remember, you're going to find the place that works for your fitness level or works for whatever your needs are today. So if you're focusing on balance today and for some reason your body is struggling with it, just stay here. If you want to do the extended leg, you can take both hands out and extend the leg, or extend with a twist, opening to the left. Lifting up through the crown of your head, pushing out through that left heel. Hold and breathe. Now we're going to step back with that left foot and return to reverse warrior, lifting the chest up high. Fall down into that right hip. Take your left arm over. Lift your chest up high. Start to bring your right arm down to the floor. And as you lift the left leg, take your left arm in the air. Reach it up. Look up into that left hand if you can. Raising that left leg up. Spreading your toes. Opening your chest. Now, send that left hand down. Sink back into your left leg. Turn to the right side of the room. Open the chest here. Revolved extended angle, reaching over the front of your mat. On the exhale, fold into lizard. Drop down and hold, stretching through the groin. Now we're going to bring that right arm underneath your right leg if you choose. Left hand at a 90-degree angle. Drop into that left hip, and you're going to push out through your right leg, and your left leg comes up. Coming back into the mat, step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Adho Mukha Savasana. Pull back. Get ready. Step or jump to the front of your mat. And Samastiti. All right. Let's come back up to Tadasana. This time, we're going to lift that right leg, but we're going to open the hip and bring that leg up as high as you can along the left leg. If you choose to hold the leg there, you can just keep the left arm in the air. If you want to bring both arms up, keep your branches spread, Virksasana, tree pose, or grab both elbows. Stay where you feel comfortable. Now we're going to step back and turn to the right side of your mat. You're going to bring the hands behind you, lead with the crown of your head, pulling forward through the crown of your head. Keep your arms straight back. Start to come down into the mat. Lower the head. Bring those arms up and over the shoulders. Allow your shoulders to squeeze together behind you. As you lead through the crown of your head, lifting your tailbone up in the air, pulling your arms back as far as you feel comfortable taking them. Now we're going to drop those hands right by the instep of your left foot. Lift the ball of your right foot and just look there. You can grab that big toe. Pull back to your left. And now come back to center. And you're going to take your left hand and grab that big toe. Lift your left elbow and look behind you. Look up. Now take your other arm over and grab your big toe. Look underneath that shoulder. Stretching the back, stretching the ribs, stretching the lats. Stay there and breathe. Fall back into the mat. If you can, bring your elbows down. Try to take your tailbone in the air as you drop into the crown of your head. If you can, lifting the tailbone. Two more deep breaths there. Now come back to the front of the mat. Holding in pyramid's pose, we're going to swing that left leg up to the ceiling, and we're going to hold three-legged dog. Now, we're going to open that left hip, move your left hip around just a wee bit, and now you're going to try to bring that left leg over the right side of your mat. So drop there and lift that chest up high. Reach back with your left arm, reaching back as far as you feel comfortable, lifting the chest in the air. Modified backward bend, lifting the rib cage as high as you can, reaching with your fingertips of your left arm. Let's fold forward into the mat once again. Drop down here. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Come back up, Samastahiti. Open the left hip. Breathe in, coming into Vrksasana on the left side. You can always keep your left leg down on the calf. If you choose to raise it up to the root of your right leg, you can position that leg while reaching up with the right arm and then the left. And grab those elbows if you choose to get a good lat stretch. Hold on to that and continue to breathe. Now we're going to step the left foot out. And this time we're going to drop the left hand down on your thigh and reach back with your right arm, lifting the chest as high as you can. Look back into your left hand, climbing down the back of your left leg. Look up, good. Both arms in the air. Pull those arms in. Lift that chest up. Try the other side, whatever side you didn't do. Dropping back on the other side. So here we go. Lifting the chest up high. Look up into that right hand, left hand. Come back to center. Bring the arms behind you once again. Squeeze those shoulder blades close together. Lower the head and chest into the mat. Bring the arms up and over your shoulders. Here we go. Continue to breathe. Allow those shoulders to continue to stretch. If it's too much for your body, stay wherever you feel that you're at your edge. Your edge being any more will cause you pain. Back off so you just feel the muscles stretching and a good release. Stay where you feel comfortable. Now we're going to put the hands by the back leg, lifting your front foot. Reach for that toe. Pull back into that hip. And now as we come forward, we're going to take that right hand to your left big toe. And now look under your right shoulder and grab your left foot. Twist around. And release, elbows down, sinking as close into the mat as you can. Lowering that head down, pulling the tailbone in the air, stretching down through the crown of your head. Feel a lightness in the feet as you come forward onto the balls of your feet, getting lighter on the heels. 2 more deep breaths there. And on the last exhale, we're going to turn to the front of the mat. Get ready with that right leg. It's going up. So here we go. Right leg is in the air. We're going to bend your right knee, lift your right hip in the air, and move your right knee around as you release that hip. So now we're going to step over the left side of the mat. Come over, lifting that chest up. Reach back with your right arm. Lifting the hips up high, stretching the chest. Keep reaching back as far as you feel comfortable. 2 more deep breaths there. And on the last exhale, fall forward into downward dog. So we're going to stay in our downward dog. We did a lot of stretching for the shoulders. Let's see how we do with this. So we're going to take the left hand off the mat, take your left hand over to your right ankle, and now look under your right shoulder. And the same thing on the other side. Right hand over to the left. Look under your left shoulder. All right, so we have another little challenge for you here. Some of you will step to the middle of your mat, bring your big toes together, and just lift your heels and squat down. Others of you will bring your hands to the front of your mat, and as you lift your hips, your knees slide behind your shoulders, and we're going to start to pull forward into crane. Keep your head lifted, look forward over the front of your mat. Then pull your navel to your spine. Hold it there. Good. Excellent. Let's come down onto our mats. It's time to close. The shows always go fast. Thank you so much for viewing today's program. And join us in corpse pose as we move into it. So you're going to drive the navel into the spine. And you're going to take your time coming down into the mat. So stretch the arms out. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, slowly come down into the mat. Drive your navel into the spine. And just come down 1 vertebrae at a time. And as we get there, plant the shoulders, plant the hands, plant the head. Separate your feet comfortably apart. Give them a little shake. And now quiet the mind. And now is a chance to just relax and enjoy the work that you just did, but enjoy cooling down and just listening to your own breath. So we're breathing deeply in and out through the nose as we close today's program.